Apple is working on an all-new, more affordable MacBook model that should be powered by an iPhone chip, and it could come as soon as next year, according to Apple supply chain analyst Ming-Chi Kuo. So, here's what we know. The new MacBook will be equipped with an A18 Pro chip, according to Kuo. If so, it would be the first Mac to ever use an A-series chip from an iPhone. Now, in 2020, Apple did briefly offer developers a Mac Mini with the iPad Pro's A12Z chip to kind of help them prepare for the Mac's transition from Intel processors to Apple Silicon, but that wasn't released or could be purchased by consumers. Now, introduced in the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max from last year, the A18 Pro chip has a 6-core CPU, a 6-core GPU, and a 16-core neural engine. Unsurprisingly, the A18 Pro chip is around 40% slower than Apple's latest M4 chip. Now, as noted by Jason Snell on 6 Colors, however, the chip's multi-core CPU performance is nearly identical to the M1 chip found in the 2020 MacBook Air, and the A18 Pro chip even outperforms the M1 chip for graphics. That matters for pricing, which, speaking of, we could expect this new, more affordable MacBook to be somewhere between $699 and $899, since the current 13-inch MacBook Air starts at $999. Now, I'm hoping for something even less than that, maybe $649 or to that $699 mark, as Apple is actually currently selling its M1 MacBook Air from 2020 through Walmart for $649. This could end up being a direct replacement, but sold from Apple. In terms of design, I think many people, myself included, are hoping for it to resemble this, the discontinued 12-inch MacBook. But Kuo did say that the new MacBook will be equipped with something approximately 13 inches in size, kind of matching the smaller Air. Still, the new MacBook could have a lot in common with the old 12-inch MacBook in spirit, including an ultra-thin, lightweight design. I'd even settle for the butterfly keyboard coming back, but I know that's not going to happen. But I was one of the few that did still, for some reason, like that keyboard. Now, Kuo said potential color options for the new MacBook include silver, good old silver, blue, pink, and yellow. So the laptop could actually come in some more bright and fun colors, kind of like the iMac. Now, in terms of specs, the A18 can only support 8 gigs of RAM, so it looks like we're kind of headed backwards in that direction, since all of the current MacBooks, Air and Pro, are at a minimum of 16 gigs. But it's also worth mentioning that the A18 Pro also lacks Thunderbolt support. So if this was to come with multiple ports, because I don't know if you remember, this 12-inch MacBook only had one USB-C port, it's very possible that it could only come with just a standard USB-C port, limited to those speeds, no Thunderbolt speeds, and it could only be potentially supporting a single external display. While he did not provide an exact release date, Kuo expects the more affordable MacBook to enter mass production towards the end of 2025, or potentially early 2026. And shipments could begin at some point in early 2026. So the laptop should be available at some point next year, and I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. Do you want a straight 12-inch MacBook revival, or are you looking for something a little bit different? Not sure how much more different Apple can go with the design. This is pretty much a hybrid between an Air and kind of its own thing. It's very, very thin, very small, very portable. I would love to see something like that, and obviously at that more affordable price point, hopefully somewhere around the $600 to $700 mark, but would love to hear from you in the comments down below. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.